Hey Cozy Home fam, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Shanika and this is Cozy Home by Sham. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. Alright my lovelies, so let's get down to business. So for this week's video, part 6 of the renovation series that I'm doing, you will get to see more updates of course, but this time around you'll see the progress of the tile work for both bathrooms. That's the master bathroom and the second bathroom. You'll also get to see the electrician come in and finally start installing recessed lights, pendant lights, the fans, everything including strip lights. And last but not least, you'll get to see also the installation of the room doors and bathroom doors. They are here and you are gonna want to stick around for that. Along the way, you'll also see clips of the finished glass door that we did for the master and the living room leading out to the patio, and also a little built-in shelving that we did for the master closet. So if you're interested in watching or seeing these kind of contents, then of course keep on watching. Alright, so first things first was for the electrician to now come in and install all the recessed lights, fans, pendant lights, strip lights, everything. And one of the most important things for me with this project is to provide the client with as much light source as possible inside the space. So the previous space before demolition was very dark. It already did not have enough natural light and definitely did not have a lot of artificial lighting. So first things first, to open up the space, one of the main things that I wanted to do was to paint the space white, which I already did. So the white paint on the walls, of course, would be acting as kind of like a reflector of the natural source of lighting that was already coming in, which wasn't much. But you know, white paint can do that on walls to make the space appear larger and of course more lighter and more airy. So I went with that. Secondly, for the window treatments inside the living room, that would be the kitchen because it's an open concept, and also another window closer down to the living area. I decided to go with dual blinds because dual blinds, of course, they cover the windows for privacy, but they also double and let in light. So it's dual function. So while it's providing privacy, it's also letting in light, and we want to maintain as much of the light, the natural light, as possible. Third is to remove those older doors that were there leading out to the patio, because it was a glass door, yes, an older French door, but it had some curtains on the back that was fixed on it, covering also the lighting that living room already didn't have a lot of. So I took those out and replaced them with some larger glass doors to maintain and let in way more light. So what I did, well, or rather what I'm going to do to not lock out those lights, they already have privacy based on where this door is located. So all I'm going to do is to put motorized blinds above it, that same dual that you can let down or let up to let in more light. And fourth on that list was to provide as much artificial lighting as I possibly can and do away with the only 2 single source of light that was in that open concept, that very long open concept living that made it even more dark. So of course I chose fans that should be functional in terms of circulating air and allowing the space to feel a lot more cool and inviting, but it should also provide a light source. So I opted to go with fans that of course circulate air but has a light source in the middle of each of those fans. So we're installing fans closer down to the living area and then closer up to the kitchen where they might put a dining table. So we're going with 2 fans, and both fans have a light in the middle just in case they need additional lighting. For the kitchen, we're going with a pendant light, but this time not any white light, but warm lighting to provide a nice ambient accent against all the white lighting that's going to be inside that very open space. So the fans, yes, has a white light in the middle, but it comes with a remote that can allow the owners to change it back to the warm light to add more accent ambient lighting. And of course, for overall overhead lighting inside that very open space, we decided to go with recessed light all around the tray ceilings that we created, and just for a little pizzazz and styling, and also for adding ambient lighting to the ceiling. For the casings that go around in the tray ceiling, we're gonna put strip lights. So let's take a look at the process of the electrician going through, measuring and marking where holes are going to be for the recessed lights and the pendant lights above the island in the kitchen. Let's go. Alright y'all, so from marking the spaces with a pencil for where we're gonna cut those circular holes to insert the recessed lights, standing back looking at it, definitely didn't look like a lot until we start to put the recessed lights in. After we tested it and made one flick of a switch to turn it on just on one side that we did, it was a little too much for me. It is not a cafe or a bar. It definitely didn't need as much light. So of course we had to go back in to take out some of those recessed lights, the ones mainly in the middle, to create a larger length between each of the lights. And then, of course, we have to go in to patch those holes that we had cut, smooth them, and we have to repaint them to give a smooth, beautiful finish. But we did that and it worked out perfect. So to give you some insight on the tiling process of walls, what they went in to do, first things first, was to hack up those walls. And by that I mean create little holes on those walls with a hilti that would provide a rough surface. And this rough surface ensures that after you apply the thin sets and everything to the tile to hold to the wall, it provides more security, so that holds a lot firmer than it would if you go ahead with a smooth surface. It probably really and truly would not hold up. So they hacked up the wall and then went straight to mixing the thin sets and laying the tiles on the walls. But so far guys, that's it for the tiling process. I know for last video where I left off, I did show y'all a quick glimpse of the glass doors that we installed from the master and the living room leading out to the patio, but that was just a quick little glimpse. And now I want to show you a better video clip of what it looks like. So take a look and enjoy. From my walkthrough, that's the initial walkthrough before demolition, I noticed that the closet inside the master bedroom did not have a lot of storage space, and that I'm big on storage spaces. I have a lot of stuff, so I need a huge closet. There's not much that we could do to, make the closet larger, and of course for budget reasons we had to figure out a way to keep that same space but give them some more storage. So we went in to take down it had 2 shelves on the wall on either side going up to the ceiling. So we removed that, and my drywall specialist Ricardo went in to just create some beautiful shelving and hanging space using drywall. And since we're talking about the master bedroom, let's also take a quick look at the progress of the tiling and of course the vanity installation and sinks. Let's take a look at that inside the master bathroom. And that's it for the master bathroom so far. That's where we've left off. It is still a far way now from what you are just seeing. You'll get to see more updates as we go along for next week's video, but that's it so far for the master bathroom. But if you remember, I did say earlier we installed way too many recessed lights on one half of the living room. We went in to fix that, patch those holes. It still needs to be sanded and painted, but at least those holes are patched up. And we also went to do the other half of the living room, all around the living room actually, all the way up to the kitchen, and it looks amazing. It looks so much better than before with all the lights that we had previously. Glad we were able to fix that, and we also installed some strip lights as well. So let's take a look at it. We also finally installed recessed lights for the master bedroom and the fan that we purchased for the master. Those holes that you're seeing in the ceiling was created because the electrician was actually fishing for the wires that were run previously, so we could get power for the fans and the recessed lights. But don't worry about it, we will be patching those holes, sanding them down, and give it a fresh coat of paint. It won't even look like there were any holes there, so don't worry about it. It will look amazing when we're done with it. We also moved on to the bathrooms and the second bedroom to provide recessed lights. You'll see that in the next video that will be coming, so stay tuned to the channel for those updates. I know I showed you a quick look at the master bathroom tiling and where we left off. Now let's take a quick look at the second bathroom and where the tiler is so far with the tiling. Alright guys, so another part of this project that I was super excited to see finally get done were the installation of the bedroom and bathroom doors. And that's mainly because I went to Active Home Center and fell in love with this kind of door that I so madly fell in love with and had all intentions to purchase and install, but not without hiccups, of course. Okay, wouldn't be a renovation project without hiccups. So the problem that I encountered was that they could not fit. Yeah, so because this is a older model home with a smaller space for doors, the doors that are being made now are for more modern homes, and they are now being made as standard sizes, so it definitely just could not fit. And it wasn't a wooden door either that we could just sand down to fit. No, I think it was aluminum. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely sure it was not wood that we could sand down and fit to the what would you call it, the space that was there already. So of course I had to pivot. I sought out a carpenter, showed him the vision, talked about exactly what I want the doors to look like. I showed him a picture, and I was in luck. He was already experienced with making those kind of doors with the same fog glass that I wanted, so I was super excited to just go ahead and get everything signed. Contracts. I am protected to the T by contracts, okay? Because what you're not gonna do is mess up any project for me. All right, my business and my clients' best interests come first. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so like I said, those doors just were either too tall, too wide to fit the space. So I got someone to make them, and I hopped on Amazon like I usually do to go get the matte black hinges, heavy duty hinges that is. I will share all the details later on when I do the reveal, but I also purchased the door handles, matte black also, for the doors. And I was super excited when he finally showed up with those doors and started the sanding process to install. So I'm gonna stop the chit chat again. Why somebody can tell me why bike ever choose to pass when me a record? Anyways, all right. So guys, let's take a look at the installation process of the doors. Let's go. So y'all, this is the door finally installed. Of course, not completely finished. We still have holes to fill to just cover those nails that we're showing. Those gray spots that you're seeing on the door is from a filler that they use to cover those holes, and I am still having disturbance in my background, but let us ignore that. All right, so yeah, we're covering those nail holes, and we're also sealing up those crevices on the door to give it a more smoother finish. So we're gonna be sanding those down and spraying it with a fresh coat of paint to finish. But for now, that's what the door looks like. And I hope you peeped that entryway light right as you enter the home in front of that beautiful door. That entryway light I also purchased on Amazon. Very affordable, okay? And I will share those details, promise. I will share those details once this project is over and I post the reveal. Everything will be listed on my Amazon storefront. But in the meantime, there are stuff that is on my Amazon storefront. Go ahead and click the link in my description below and go take a look at my storefront. You might find something that you like. So happy shopping. Alrighty y'all, that's it for this week's video. I truly hope you enjoyed this week's video. I also hope you have been enjoying this series and you've been following along and commenting. Please make sure you're sounding off in the comments. Let me know what you think. I always welcome feedback. I want to hear what you think, so sound off in the comments. Please stay tuned to the channel. Lots more still to come from this renovation project, and also lots of other new projects in the pipeline that I will share eventually. So stick around, lots more exciting things to come. Still lots more to do in my own home. If you've noticed, I paused on my home for a long time because I'm so busy, but I have more banging stuff coming, okay? So stay tuned in the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share it on out to your friends and families and help me to grow over here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me also on TikTok and on Instagram at cozyhomebysham. And like I say in every video at the end, make sure you're putting God first in everything that you do, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.